Receptors witness glory from the burning of the flame. The fires of the forge are like the trumpets which proclaim our engines at full power. Your destruction is our aim. Our truth has come online. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Our truth has come online. With heat and iron and industry will purge you from this world. You will sunder, melt, and shatter from the bolts of wrath we've hurled. And upon your ruined end, our blood-red banners stand unfurled. Our might has come online. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Our might has come online. Traitor, Xeno, heretic, they are as one to us. We will scorch them from existence with our engines devious. Our hate for them encoded into every bolt and truss. Our wrath has come online. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Our wrath has come online. Titans striding forward, ordinati by the score. They are drowning out blasphemers neath the great mechanic roar. Tradition is our bulwark, it endures forevermore. Our victory comes online. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Our victory comes online. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Engage the linkage, Omnissiah. Our victory comes online.
011110110110010.
Hey boys, is you ready? We're gonna give him a proper war. I can't hear you. Louder, louder. Here it comes, boys. war by our side. We will stop, we will crush. Tear you down and snatch your pride. Who's the biggest and the baddest? That's all because green is best. Be always looking for a fight. Cause all your good acts die. Shut your trap and get to fighting. No more time for boring yapping. We was made it for the winning. Time for being rather cunning. We may not know how to ride. We both know that ain't no crime. Quit your start and get right here. Teach your pants is what is fear. Star Wars. Dark on. For gore and more. On to war. We Star Wars. Dark on. For gore and more. Hear our roar. Alright lads, this is it. Who's gonna show them humans, them spiky chaos boys, and them Eldarkits, why's we's the bestest? Hold on to your dagger, boys. This is gonna be a true and proper war.
Wrong thing. That is the microphone. Hello. Alright, let's turn that down. Alright, hopefully that's down enough. Looks like it is. Alright, welcome everyone to Tabletop Tuesday, where we basically teach you about tabletop gaming, whether it's D&D, Pathfinder, or today's subject matter, Warhammer 40k. Alright, so that is what we're teaching you today, is Warhammer 40k. God dang, let me turn this thing sound down. Okay, hi dog.
Give me the... You want the squeaker throne, you gotta give it to me.
Yeah, my puppy is jumping on my lap. So, Monkey Man, by the way, welcome to the tavern. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair, have fun. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern. By the way, welcome, Kroll, again. We appreciate you always being here. It is always great to have returners. Alright, so a couple of fucking...
Are you honestly surprised that happened?
Yeah, as soon as the stream started, Kroll's like, let's bring his fear. Yes, Faye Fox. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Actually, I think I still have that clip.
Skulls for the skull throne! Blood for the blood god!
Alright, so a couple announcements real quick. We got our 2 sponsors down below. I won't fireball the tavern, but I'll set out Facehugger. Yeah, thanks. So it's Shotbite Gaming Servers and W Energy Drinks. If you use W Energy Drinks, use my name, Ruby Mad Hatter, you get 10% off your purchase. And they offer some really cool, finely tasting energy drinks that are coming to powder. Alright? No crazy amounts of caffeine, no crazy amounts of chemicals and stuff.
With a sword in one hand and a harp in the other, shouting my greatness from the rooftops, laying bitches and slaying witches. Or is it laying witches and slaying bitches? I can't quite remember. I was too busy giving the tavern owner a reason to stay in business.
Oh, Faye did his welcome. Alright, so because we're talking about Warhammer 40k, we have my partner in crime, CandidGamera. Alright, and Gamera, we have a phrase for you now.
Okay.
Welcome to the grim darkness of the future, where fun isn't allowed, happiness is banned, peace doesn't exist, and there's only war.
Yeah.
Yes, we are talking about Warhammer 40k, folks.
Warhammer 40k.
Oh yeah, that's the discussion today. For the Emperor.
Indeed.
Good day, Imperial citizens. How are you doing today? Now, me, I'm a dirty Xeno. But I'm sure you won't hold that against me.
I mean, after you're exterminated.
Hey, but I'm here to bring the greater good.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Uh-huh.
At least I think that's what those orcs are saying.
I don't know. I can't quite make them out with all the screaming. You know, they're constantly just screaming.
Yeah, something wog. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm good, just a bit tired and hurt. Man, I hope you feel better soon. I appreciate it. Give me a second. I gotta take off the sweater. It's a little too warm for the sweater. Mom didn't wait on me to do something. Oh no, what were you supposed to do that she didn't wait on you for? Let me put my sweater over there. Hi, buddy. Alright. Trash. Ah, there's the puppy. Okay. Bye.
The game where nobody's a fucking good guy.
Yeah, so I want to beat this a lesson right now for everybody who's watching. Hi, dog. Again. Alright. Yeah, constant interruption by puppy. Okay, go to mommy. Go off my lap. Go to mommy. Han, here. Here, you toss it. In Warhammer 40k, it says, in the grim darkness of the future, there is only war. They say that because
there are no good guys.
there are no good guys. Hey, Black Sheep, how's it going? Welcome. So there are no good guys in 40k. So when we talk about all the lore and factions and stuff that we're about to go over today, nobody's the good guy. If you think anybody that we're about to describe is a good guy, buddy, oh. MechWarrior 5, yeah. I'm going to be playing that in the background while we're discussing 40k.
Yep.
Because I always play a game in the background while people get educated. So that way it's both visually and auditorially entertaining. Welcome to the Tavern, Black Sheep. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair, have fun, and don't fireball my goddamn tavern. Alright. So, with that being said, let's talk about 40k for a bit. One, it's set in the 41st millennium.
Sure.
So it's in the far future.
Oh, yes.
Humanity has devolved into a hyper-religious xenophobic, authoritarian regime.
That's fair, yeah.
If you do not believe in the God Emperor of mankind, which was this big golden dude, yeah, you're going to be... Ow. That hurt. Bonk. He gets a little bit of a bonk when he tries to bite. Thank you, Glistening Faye Fox, for the heart rate increase. Anyway.
I mean, I would give some background on the game, too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead and start with the background of the game, because you're more educated on it than I am.
So, yeah, it started out in, I think, 1987, and they used the name Rogue Trader for a while before they settled on the Warhammer 40k thing. And the first thing to know about Warhammer lore is it changes all the goddamn time. They've been better about it in recent years, but there are some, like, if you read some of the stories or codexes from the earlier versions of the game, you're like, wait, that's not allowed.
Yeah.
To give you one example, the first chief librarian of the Ultramarine Space Marines faction was half Eldar. Which, obviously, that's not allowed anymore as they've decided to lean into the Xenos thing. Or the anti-Xenos thing. The other thing that's important to remember is that 40k started as a satire. This is like, oh, it's so dark and gritty, you know, how ridiculous is this? Except people started taking it seriously.
Yeah, and that's kind of a problem.
That said, even though you do have some of those diehard fans who learned the wrong things, like, hey, the space Nazis are cool. No, that's not the point.
You've
missed the point.
You've missed the boat. The boat has left without you. No.
Despite that minority of the fans that is into that kind of interpretation, it is a fun tabletop war game that also has video games. It also has RPGs and a variety of other media content.
Yeah.
Welcome, traveler.
Welcome, Suck Goddess, to the tavern. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair, have fun. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern.
Don't exterminatus your goddamn tavern.
Yeah, and don't exterminatus my goddamn tavern either. Leave your bolters and flamers at the door. I'm gonna lurk for now to get my stream started. Okay, man, you have fun. Alright. I was trying to find a way with OBS, because there's a way you can create a... What's the word I'm looking for? Audio layer.
Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to put Discord in its own audio layer. So I could turn you up. Because I know there's a way to do it. I did it with stream starting, where I had the desktop audio. I'm trying to remember how I did that. And it's like,
am I coming in too low? Is that the problem?
Comparative to some of the background sound, that's the case. But you're not coming in too low for me. You're coming in too low for OBS.
I see.
So that's what I'm trying to fix without turning everything up.
Right.
And so there's the kicker. Let me look that up real quick.
I can also see if I can adjust my own settings.
Welcome, traveler.
Voice and video. Oh, my input volume's almost all the way up anyway.
Yeah. Welcome, ya boy Wildcat, to the tavern. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair, have fun. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern.
You're fine, bud.
Yeah, Squidgy just fireballed the damn tavern. Damn it, buddy. Alright, so... Ow! Fucking A. Jesus Christ, dog. His claws are going right into my leg. Saw your post on Facebook, dropped you a follow. Hope you have the same result. Yeah, man, I hope so too. That'd be great. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so what is this? One device to monitor. Once you select this, up to you. Once you've done it, then you can create a full screen preview of it. That's not what I need. I love how no one has the exact answer I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Clicked the plus. It says there's a plus icon, and there's not. Install OBS.
You just need to have a tech priest bless it.
Yep. Apparently we need some oils, some tech priests, all that jazz. We need more of those. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Oh, here we go. Mic auxiliary, desktop audio disabled. No.
Okay, shithead. Knock it off.
I'm gonna go nuts. Time to go insanity. Oh man, where's a good tech priest when we need one? Go.
Really?
What?
I threw his rawhide across the room to get him out from under your desk, and where does he bring the rawhide?
Right under my desk. I know. It's.
He wants you.
Yeah, he wants to be here. It's just like, goddamn, buddy. It's kind of craziness. It's like, dude, what's going on? Alright, that's channel stereo. It's got to be something. I know there was a way to do it, and it's going to... Advanced audio properties. There's that. There's tracks. There's a way I did it, and I'm trying to remember how I did it. Okay, I guess I can't pull it up without messing it up. That's weird.
I mean, go ahead.
I'm just like, I'm trying to, there was a way to do it, and I was just like, I know it?
I mean, we can try and figure it out another time. I can just try to be louder.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. God damn it. Didn't want you shouting, but at the same time, it's what we're going to have to do. All right, my apologies. A little bit of tech issues there, everyone. We didn't apparently bless the Omnisaya enough before getting into this.
And I'll add the extra 5% that I've got, so hopefully that'll help a little bit.
All right, so we mentioned the game was started in the 80s.
Yeah.
All right, so, and there are some people who misunderstand the game quite a bit.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, if anybody wonders about the colors of my mechs, that's because my kid colored them. Yeah, my kids colored them. So they're going to be neon green or neon colored monstrosities.
I accept this because
it keeps them happy. I'm not going to argue. All right. So we mentioned that, like I said, it started in the 80s and eventually evolved to what it is today. Well, what are some of the things in it? Well, for one, we got the factions, which, if you want a more in-depth go over about the factions, by all means, check out Bricky's video. He did a good job at it. And he also covered the Space Marines, I believe, as well, which helps. Like all the chapters of Space Marine.
Oh, nice.
So, there is that. Including the chapters people don't talk about. I'll be lurking while I eat. That's A-okay. Lurks are fine.
However, expect and respect the fact that nobody is good.
We've already said this multiple times.
Never repeat that enough because people always think Space Marines are actually good.
Yeah.
Nope.
Now, with that being said, let's talk about the Imperium first. And we did mention, because they're humans, we did mention they're a hyper-religious, xenophobe, authoritarian, militarist regime.
Yeah.
Alright? They really don't like anyone.
No.
Glistening Faye Fox just face hugged me again. I'm alive. So there's that. So let's talk about the first group we just mentioned, the Space Marines. If a normal human is, say, 6 foot tall, a Space Marine is like 7 foot tall.
Yeah. Usually you'll see heights between like 7 and 8 feet. And when you think Space Marine, it's such a generic name, but think Captain America, because these guys have had, processes done to them to surgically alter them. They've had extra organs implanted. Honestly, some of the abilities that Space Marines have are fucking weird and don't come up a lot like in the game. But like, they have a special set of organs like in their tongue and brain that they can absorb part of the memories of things that they eat. And it's like, ooh.
That's weird. That's a little bizarre.
Yeah, it basically does not come up if you're playing the game. That's not a thing that you need to worry about, but yeah, it is kind of weird.
So you have a 7 foot tall, genetically modified super soldier that weighs about 350, 400 pounds ish.
Yeah.
On a good day.
And they're wearing enough metal that you could, swear to God, build a Range Rover with it.
Yeah, one of the things they get implanted is the black carapace, which is essentially like a subdermal layer of plating that's kind of like armor by itself, but it also interacts with their power armor, which is the typical thing that a Space Marine will wear into battle.
Yeah. Now, when you see a Space Marine on box art and things of that nature, you will usually see one particular chapter.
The blue boys.
Yeah.
They're the ones that come up the most often, and that's the blueberries.
The Ultramarines are the poster boys for Warhammer 40k for a variety of reasons.
And the lore does tend to favor them.
The lore does tend to favor them. Their stereotype is basically just they're the Mary Sues of the Space Marines. They seldom screw up, and when they do, it won't be for long.
Or if they do, it's not their fault.
Yeah. They tend to be fairly by the book, literally. There is a book that governs Space Marine organization that their founder wrote, and they tend to observe it religiously, but they're also sneaky bastards. The Ultramarines, in terms of the other Space Marine factions, they're about tactics and logistics.
Yeah, and you can't win a war without logistics.
Yeah.
So they have some of the biggest territory out of everybody.
Yes, their Primarch, which we'll get into in a bit, I'm sure, basically founded a mini empire within the Imperium itself that had 1,000 worlds just under the Ultramarines
banner.
So yeah, he was big into empire building.
Yeah, and he's not terrible. Like, I don't hate Rabute Gilliman?
Rabute Gilliman, yes.
Gilliman. I always screw up his name. It's like Gilly something.
It's a weird one because it is essentially French. It's Rabute Gilliman, or Guilliman, perhaps.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the L's are silent. And yeah, it's not the kind of name that you would ordinarily see.
No. But he's the one who wrote the rule book for the Space Marines.
Yes.
Which is known as the Codex Astartes.
Yes.
Which you'll hear so many damn Marines say, like, the Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Yes.
Alright? So much so that eventually, if you're playing a Space Marine, army, you'll eventually get to the point where, like, fuck the rule book, I'm just gonna do what I need to.
Yeah.
And that even happens sometimes in the lore. Where some of the chapters are like, yeah, rulebook, what's that?
We don't need to deal with that. Like the thieves.
Yeah, like the Blood Ravens.
Oh. The Blood Ravens.
Is it nailed down? No, it's mine. Is it nailed down? Yes, it's still mine.
Yeah. What's mine is mine, what's yours is mine, and I'm gonna rob the fuck out of it.
Welcome, traveler.
Welcome, Sparkle Fear, to the tavern. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair, have fun, and don't fireball my goddamn tavern. Or in this case, don't Flamer my tavern.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't keep the base health above 40%, so I lose some money. That's unfortunate. Oh, my heat's critical. Gotta let it cool off some. There we go. Yeah, the Blood Ravens basically have this really fun habit where they like to basically steal everything that isn't nailed down.
And some things that are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Blood Ravens are one of the later introduced factions
Can we get away with
that
taking
came about from the Dawn of War video game.
Yep. Yeah, and they're not terrible. Like, I don't consider them like the worst chapter. Big man, what's going on, buddy? I'm playing some MechWarrior while we're talking about Warhammer 40k. That's what's happening, my dude. I don't dislike the Blood Ravens. Oh my god, I'm being raided! Raid! The Imperium is being raided by outsiders. Welcome, all you raiders, to my channel. I'm Ruby Mad Hatter. I'm a variety streamer. Mondays we play multiplayer games. Me and CandidGamera play that. On Tuesdays, like today, we educate people on tabletop games. And today we're discussing Warhammer 40k while we play some MechWarrior. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my god, we got raided. Woohoo!
Yeah. Other factions of the Space Marines that people may or may not be familiar with. The Blood Angels are fairly popular. They are tragic,
Welcome,
pretty space
traveler.
vampires.
Oh yeah.
They have a curse in their gene seed, which is basically the genetic lineage of their chapter. That means that, yeah, they actually thirst for blood.
Because that's fun.
On the flip side, if you're more Team Jacob, then you have the Space Wolves, who have a genetic defect that predisposes them to take on wolf-like features.
Was another game I didn't get into, to be honest, Warhammer. I'm just gonna sit in and listen. Oh no, it's fine. We're playing, like I said, MechWarrior while we're discussing Warhammer. By the way, Staffy gang, Stack gang, welcome to the tavern. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair, have fun. Don't fireball my damn tavern.
Let's see. You've got
yeah, the Space Wolves.
Salamanders.
Space Wolves are Team Jacob. Like I remember that.
Yeah. You've got the Salamanders, you've got the Raven Guard, you've got...
The Salamanders are basically, let's hug it out, except when we need to light your ass on fire.
Yeah, they're the nice guys of the Space Marine chapters in many ways. Let's see, yeah, you've got the Raven Guard.
I'm okay, I'm good, got to go. Okay, Sparkle Farts, you have a great night, man.
The Raven Guard are the sneaky bastards, just like stealth tactics and assassinations. You've got the White Scars, which are sort of like a Mongol horde of bikers, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, they're Mongolian horde on motorbikes.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see, who else we got? We've got the Imperial Fists, who are the most boring-ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, they just like to stand in one place and say, this place is ours now.
They are the masters of fortifications and sieges, which is, you know, a thing.
It's needed, but it doesn't always make them the most entertaining to, watch.
You have the Iron Hands, who believe that flesh is weakness, and so even though they're all basically mini Captain Americas, they can't wait to chop off their body parts and replace them with cybernetics.
So, a little bit more Iron Man.
Yeah.
How's the doggo? Doggo's doing fine. He's basically nomming on some toys.
Pissing off Mom.
And pissing off my wife.
You've got the Crimson Fists, which are an Imperial Fist successor. You've got the Black Templars, which are also an Imperial Fist successor. The Crimson Fists don't really distinguish themselves much from the Imperial Fists, but they do specialize in like warfare against horde enemies.
Really?
The Black Templars are the crazy religious zealots, even amongst the crazy religious
zealots. Yeah, they take it to that next step up.
Well, and to be fair, the Space Marines are a little less into the whole religious thing than the generic citizen of the Imperium. Like, some of the Space Marines have worked with people who knew the Emperor personally when he was flesh and blood. So they're like, yeah.
Yeah. So it makes sense that they're not as hyper zealous. You there?
Yeah, Discord dropped for me. I was like,
oh.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I went to switch to Discord and it was like doing its loading thing, so I don't know what happened there.
Oh, that was weird.
Yep. But yeah, the Black Templars absolutely are those religious zealots that will burn everything.
Yeah. I forget who the first chapter was. It was like something Knights or... God damn it. I can't remember their name. They're like Arthurian legend knights in power armor.
Are you... Whoa.
What?
What is... Discord went... Just like a whole bunch of join noises.
Okay.
Anyway, you might be thinking about the Dark Angels.
I think it's the Dark Angels, yeah. They tend to wear a lot of green.
Yes, the Dark Angels, and their shtick is basically, we don't know if they're loyal or not.
No, boss, not happy with you.
Yeah, it's just like, shit?
So, yeah, I suppose this is as good a point as any to backtrack into some lore. Around the year 30,000, the Space Marines were out conquering the galaxy at the Emperor's command, and there were 18 chapters of them, and each of those chapters was led by a Primarch, and a Primarch is basically like a Super Space Marine.
They're the direct son of the Emperor.
Yeah, with an asterisk on that. I mean, it's not like he, actually fathered a child, but they, use some of his genetic material, and they are essentially varied clones of the Emperor to some degree. Each of the Primarchs supposedly embodies one or more of the Emperor's traits. And so, yeah, there were 18 of them at that, actually.
No, not happy
I immediately
with you.
correct myself. There were 19 of them at that point because one of the Primarchs is a pair of twins.
Right, Alfarius.
Right, and then there were originally 20, but the lore has always intentionally left 2 of the Space Marine chapters and 2 of the Primarchs blank. We don't talk about what happened to them. Anyway,
Yeah.
So 18
No.
Space Marine legions and 18 Primarchs, well, 19 as previously discussed.
Yeah.
And around the year 30,000, one of the Primarchs who was put in charge of the war effort,
Damien,
Paris,
knock it off!
decided he was going to
No.
betray the Emperor, and half the Space Marines joined him. So 9 legions turned traitor and 9 remain loyal.
Yep, and I'll give you an example. One that turned traitor, the Emperor's children.
Oh, the Emperor's children. They are the fucking weirdos.
They're fabulous, but fabulous dialed to 11.
I don't even know if fabulous is the right word. They are creepy as hell. Like, most of the Space Marine traitor legions kind of reflect one or more of the loyalist legions, and the Emperor's children really relate to the Blood Angels in a lot of ways. They both took a lot of pride in their appearance and their armor. Like, they were artisans. Each of them could customize their armor and it would be beautiful. They also really valued the art of fighting.
Knock it off.
Like,
You don't
they
need
would
to lick everything
be
under the damn sun,
beautiful duelist techniques and things.
And I remember the Primarch turned from a relatively sexy-ish man to a sexy snake man.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, oops, thank you for the check-in. Oh shit, I gotta bounce for a few. My pizza's burning. Yeah, oh, big. Go get that. Shit.
Let's see. What else do I need here? I need more pressurized fluid conduit. Sorry, I'm also working on some
Minecraft stuff.
Working on some Minecraft stuff.
Yep.
Need some more quartz.
I need a catapult mech so badly.
In any case, yeah, so that's why there are 9 Loyalist Legions and 9 Traitor Legions, but after Horus got his ass kicked and things were starting to go back to normal, the Emperor was basically dead, and Horus was definitely dead, and the Imperium and most of the Primarchs were in pretty rough shape, so that's when Gilliman took over as the Regent, and he basically said, look, having a million strong legions of Space Marines is too much temptation of power for anybody. From now on, we're going to split these up into smaller groups.
Oh.
And so the legions were split into chapters.
Right.
And so the Blood Angels became the Blood Angels and the Flesh Terrors, and basically it split into multiple chapters. The Imperial Fists spun off the Black Templars, the Crimson Fists. Yeah.
And that is the Space Marines. Now, mind you, the Space Marines are the Special Forces.
Yeah, they're a moderately elite army. There are armies that are more elite in terms of gameplay. There are armies that are far less elite, like the Imperial Guard, which we'll get to, I'm sure.
Here in a moment. But I will say that when it comes to Space Marines can be your jack of all trades.
Yes, they don't suck at anything. They do not excel at certain things, but they are pretty good at everything.
Yeah, they're decent at everything, I would say. That's a good assessment.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to talk about numbers and have insane artillery and probably also insane vehicles, you want to talk about the Imperial Guard.
Yes. So the fact is that the Imperium covers hundreds of thousands of worlds. It literally has trillions of citizens. The Imperial Guard is the conventional armed forces analogous to the United States Army and Navy and Marines and Air Force, except it's for an empire with trillions and trillions of people. So the Guard numbers in the billions. So if you can just drown the problem in bodies, call in the Imperial Guard.
Yep. And oh boy, does it get kind of heinous when you have that many guys on the field.
It does. Guard is a good example of a horde type army.
Damien,
so you can play
knock
them
it off!
on their tanks.
You have plenty of stuff to
which
do.
would make
you
them
don't
more,
need up
mechanized.
somebody's ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to pick the kind of guard that you want to run.
Oh yeah. And that helps too. And like I said, they do focus heavily on vehicles, so they have a lot of tanks, they have a lot of aircraft. They're exceptional at our artillery because they can hit anybody on the board. Hey, Max Dad Bod. We're actually talking about Warhammer 40k, a game that you've been playing recently. Not the exact game you've been playing, but the universe.
Yeah. Your average Imperial Guardsman is armed with a lasgun or lasgun, depending on how you want to pronounce it, which is basically a little laser rifle, jokingly referred to as a flashlight in the lore.
Sorry, I just had a slight heart attack.
Yeah, I know.
And the dog is still acting up.
Yeah, I'm trying not to stop every time there's a noise on the other end. It's hard for me.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's been a while since you played this. Yeah, it's a fun game. I've been playing it kind of in the background while we discuss 40k, so that way you have some visual entertainment while we have the lesson.
Yeah.
So there's that.
But yeah, and
Yeah,
they
it doesn't
are
sit well, does
very
it?
lightly armored.
Jackass.
Again, jokingly referred to as t-shirt armor.
T-shirt armor. Yep. So there is that. Imperial Guard is like usually my second choice for an army, and that's if I'm playing team mode, because more often than not I tend to team up with Imperium people.
Yeah.
So it's a good secondary army for me to have, that I basically just range shells from the distance and, you know, help out whoever's playing the other faction.
Yep.
Usually the people I tend to play with are like you, who have your Space Marines. Then we have Sarah, who did Skitarii.
Yes, she had her Mechanicum Skitarii.
Yeah, which basically the best way to describe the Skitarii, or the Mechanicus, is they are priests of technology.
Yes, because the Imperium has lost a lot of knowledge, and so they feel that machines have spirits, and yeah. Basically treat it with a kind of mysticism, which is weird for us to think about.
Yeah, but apparently they got something right, because, I mean, apparently praying works.
I mean, there's a reason for that, which is one of the underpinnings of the setting. They have a kind of astral plane, for lack of a better word, called the warp, or the immaterium, and it's psychoreactive. That means basically if enough people believe something, the immaterium sort of makes it true.
Yeah.
And that can have all kinds of funky side effects. So, yeah, the Mechanicus believe that their oils and prayers and chants make machines work better. And because of the immaterium, it kind of does. It also probably helps that a lot of their rituals for the machines are things like, yes, apply the sacred oil to the oil tank. You know, it's actual maintenance tasks that have been ritualized and as religion, but it's the same kind of stuff you do, like clean the lint trap on the dryer is, you know, you remove the sacred chamber, you dust off the sacred lint trap. You know?
Go clean the lint trap, brother.
So yeah, that's basically the deal with the Mechanicus. They worship machines. They're also the ones that get to control most of the technology, and they don't develop new stuff, but they often rediscover old stuff or slightly adapt old stuff.
I remember hearing about one story, and this is from the Bricky video. He talks about one Mechanicus who figured out how to get the little walker things working, and then he died. So instead of turning the walkers off, they just let them run in circles and corral them into battle. It's like, what the hell? So there's that. But let's talk about belief. Let's talk about the next Imperial faction with belief. And that's the Sisters of Battle.
Sure.
Would you like to light shit on fire and burn heretics? The Sisters are for you. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. God damn it. I thought I was going the right way. It turns out I was going the exact opposite way. Whoops. Yeah, the Sister of Battle, like, they basically worship the fire, the melta. Oh, they don't worship, but they heavily use fire, the melta, and the bolter. And,
yes.
And they use them in liberal quantities.
Yes.
Like, if you're dealing with demons, there are one of two groups that you want to send to go deal with demons.
This is true.
I mean, for God's sakes, they drop churches from low orbit as drop pods.
Yeah, they have this lovely, you know, religious-like architecture for their vehicles and shit.
Oh, yeah. The unit that made me laugh the hardest, though, for them, hands down, the pipe organ missile launcher.
Yes. Yes.
It's like, I'm playing the organ right now and launching a freaking full-on barrage. What the fuck is this? It's just craziness. It is wild. So there is that. Now, the Sisters of Battle worked for the church, the state church.
Yes, the ecclesiarchy.
Now, which was figured out because there was a rule that the ecclesiarchy could not arm men for battle.
Yes, they could not have men under arms.
All right.
So they decided to arm women.
Yep. Welcome, Breaded Giraffe, to the tavern. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair, have fun. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern. Or in this case, don't flamer my tavern. So there is that. Yeah, they're a little wild. Let's see, what else do we have that's in the Imperium? The Assassinorum.
Yes.
Which like to kidnap children and then forcibly send them through what is the better description of basically torture to turn them into crazy assassin people.
Yeah.
Some more crazy than others. Because there's a couple out there, assassin types, that are just straight up full-on nutty.
Yes. Assassins often get kind of enhancements sort of like the Space Marines, but more glass cannon, holy shit, they're going to, explode if they don't achieve their mission. They're very highly optimized for single tasks.
Hello, Breaded. How are you doing, man? So there is that. Then we have the Inquisition. Now, in the games, the Inquisition don't show up very often. Or if they do, it's like a single dude who's just either problematic or helpful, depending on your situation.
Yep.
With that being said, it's... How do I put this? Lore-wise, they are some of the most interesting characters.
Yes. They are, at times, the most religious and least religious members of this society because they're in a position... It's sort of like in some churches, which I won't go into detail on, you have... I don't mind talking about Scientology.
No, it's just the way you said it made me chuckle.
Yeah, but yeah, you have some churches where the people high up in the church basically know that there's a lot of bullshit.
And they basically just say, fuck it, we're going to do what we need to do to succeed.
Right.
No, you're going to learn. When I tell you not to do something, you don't do it.
And so the Inquisition is interesting because in the games, they don't have a big role. And that's the tabletop or the video games, for the most part.
Yep.
But in books and the lore, oh my god, do these guys do a bunch of cool shit. They tend to be the main character, because it's a lot easier to write a story, even a highly political story, about an Inquisitor than it is a group of Space Marines.
Yes. They have a natural tendency towards like protagonist-like behavior.
Yeah. So, while I think they're neat, I would never want to play one. That's not my shtick.
Yeah, one of the versions of the role-playing game was Dark Heresy, where you played inquisitorial acolytes, basically people assisting an inquisitor, and yeah, that's definitely an interesting way to go about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. What would I say about that? And then of course you have the Chaos Legions, which they all worship the 4 Chaos Gods, which you essentially have Rage, Murder is one, Trickster is a second, Rot, Decay, and Stability is a third, and then excess as the fourth.
Yeah, so basically you've got Korn, who is Roid Rage. You've got Zinch.
Korn is the guy you always hear the phrase, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throw.
Yeah. You've got Zinch, whose shtick is basically, no matter what you thought you got over on him, that's exactly what he wanted you to do, baby, because he just knows his shit. His catchphrase is just as planned.
Yeah.
You've got Papa Nurgle. You may have heard people referring to, getting knocked down by Papa Nurgle when they get sick because he's the Lord of Disease.
Also, the phrase, Papa Nurgle loves you just as who you are.
Yes. And then, of course, you've got Slaanesh, who is horny on main.
Horny for everything.
Yes.
Who do you want to... It's like, who does Slaanesh want to sleep with? The answer is yes.
Slaanesh is the youngest of the 4 main Chaos Gods. Another weird continuity thing is there used to be a 5th one, but we don't talk about him anymore. But Slaanesh is the youngest, and about, I think it's like 30,000 years, basically back around contemporary times, like 2000 AD, the dying Eldar race was just decadent and having orgies and drugs, and they fucked a Chaos God into existence.
Yeah, they literally sexed a demon god into existence.
Yeah.
Like, how the... Okay. It kind of screwed their race over, though.
It did, because now Slaanesh hunts their souls. So anytime an Eldar dies, if their soul is not contained in one of their soul receptacles, Slaanesh gets it and eats it.
Yep. So there is that, and Slaanesh is kind of interesting. But every Chaos God not only has a bad side to him, like we just discussed, they all have good sides to them. Because, like, for example, Korn, while he's Roid Rage, murder, death, kill, he's also honorable. He won't trick you.
Okay, he's honest.
Yeah.
That's a little different.
Fair enough. He is honest. He won't trick you. There's none of that. Let me try turning myself down a decibel, so I stop going into red constantly. Hopefully that's a little better to listen to. So he's more honest. Zeech is, while he's like a trickster, he basically messes with your head. He's also the possibility for change for things getting better.
Yes, he is the one associated with change. Now, I will note that none of these Chaos Gods are like, you can have change without Zinch. That he is not a true god in the sense that he is the master of all change. He just embodies it because none of the Chaos Gods are actually,
No, I'm not giving it back to you. You put it up on my face repeatedly.
None of the Chaos Gods are actually the thing that they represent, because just like everything else born from the Immaterium, they were thought into existence. Slaanesh exists because of all that lustful energy that the Eldar, a highly psychic species, was able to produce. And before that, Slaanesh wasn't a thing.
Right. So, keep that in mind. And all the Space Marine chapter Chaos ones worship one of these guys.
Or more. There are many of the chapters who basically worship what they call Chaos Undivided.
That's true. One of the legions, though, I find amusing is Alpha Legion. Because everything is Alfarius.
Yes, it's the I am Spartacus bit.
Yep. They make all their guys kind of look the same. They mess with you. They are the kind of the sneaky, spy-y Space Marine guys.
Well, it's not even that they intentionally make them all look the same. It's the gene seed has a tendency to make them look the same.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Put
that's.
it up on my head, and now you won't leave your kennel alone. I'm trying to get it back.
What's that?
He kept putting
They
this by my face, and I
Yeah.
told him not to, so I locked it in his kennel. And look at where he put his kennel.
Jesus. Dog's moving the kennel. He really wants that damn toy.
Well, he's not getting
Yeah.
it back because he couldn't keep it away from my face.
Now, I think we covered most of the Imperium factions.
I mean, you've got like the more obscure ones. You've got the Grey Knights.
Oh yes, them.
You've got the Custodes.
Let's cover the Grey Knights real quick, because we did discuss earlier with the Sisters of Battle, one of the two factions you want to send after demons. Grey
Yes.
Knights are the other.
Grey Knights are the ultimate demon slayers. Yes.
Yeah. They're all magic users. And they are really good at killing demons.
Yeah. The no Grey Knight has ever fallen to Chaos's influence. They are trained intensely to resist all temptations of Chaos. Every Grey Knight has the psychic powers. They are formidable, and the rumors are that the Grey Knights, where basically each Space Marine Legion is a Captain America based on the genetics of their Primarch. So, like, the Blood Angels follow their Primarch Sanguinius, the Emperor's Children follow their Primarch Fulgrim. It's supposed that the Grey Knights are based on the Emperor's own genetic material, effectively making him their Primarch.
Right.
They are Space Marines, but they are not a successor of any of the original legions. They were secretly founded around the time of the Heresy as their own thing to oppose Chaos.
Yep. And they're really good at it.
Yes.
The other Space Marine-ish chapter is the Custodes, where
Yes.
where Space Marines are Captain America, these guys are super Captain America.
Yeah, I would say that the Custodes are more like Spider-Man, because, you know, Captain America has just barely superhuman strength, whereas Spider-Man can throw around cars. They're not like Thor level, but each Custode member is a unique work of art with genetics and has superhuman abilities. Each one is essentially a one-man army.
Yeah, and they are super powerful. They have a multitude of chapters, which are really cool as hell. The one that always stood out to me was the Aquilin Shield. If you remember that one.
I actually haven't gotten too into the different Custodes chapters.
Okay, so the Aquilin Shield are the guys that basically, they have a fever dream one night. And, like, pictures someone who is important to the Imperium. They will go out and find that person and protect them. You know, it could be some random person, like some random soldier. They will get this 9-foot-tall golden, you know, bodyguard. That's their main goal is to make sure they stay alive until they accomplish something for the Imperium.
Right.
That's they believe is important.
Neat.
It is amusing to see how they work, because they always do something odd, and they always work by themselves. But they are really strong.
Yeah.
Like the Aquilin Shield's some of the strongest Custodes, which is weird.
I mean,
it's bizarre, but we'll go with it. Now that's kind of the Custodes in a nutshell.
yeah. Basically, the Custodes predate the Space Marines. They're done by a different process. They're like, each one is bespoke. There are only 10,000 of them, period, and many of them started as the Emperor's bestest buddies and personal bodyguards.
Yeah, and they're good.
Oh yes.
But there's very few of them.
Yes.
So if you play a Custodes army, you're not going to have a lot of guys on the field. But my God, those guys are going to kick ass.
Yeah, they have incredible ability to get the job done.
So there is that. So let's talk about some of the Xeno factions, because I'm a dirty Xeno.
Dirty, filthy Xeno.
Alright. The first one we discussed earlier was the Eldar. Think of them as space elves.
Yes, they are space elves.
And they come in two varieties. Normal Eldar, which are like high elves, and Dark Eldar, which are like drow.
Yes, so basically when they fucked the Chaos God into existence, the high Eldar, the normal Eldar, were the ones that were like, oh shit, this is awful, what have we done? And the Dark Eldar are like, that's not so bad.
It's like, hey, that's a Tuesday.
Yeah, the Dark Eldar, capture slaves, they have gladiatorial pits. They are basically just, drow is a great analogy for them.
Yeah, they're the drow. They're sci-fi drow, and they are heinous.
Yes.
And the reason why they torture people is not just because they like it. That's part of it. But they do it because the more they torture people, the less likely they're going to fall to Slaanesh and have their souls taken.
Yeah, it sort of appeases Slaanesh.
Yeah, it just keeps them just out of reach.
Yeah.
And so there is that, and it can get heinous with some of the actions they have, because like, if you, for example, you're a normal human being, Space Marine shows up, he's just gonna stomp you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be dead. That's just it. Congratulations, you're dead now. If an orc shows up, he'll beat you to death. All right, we'll talk about orcs in a minute, but they'll dead. A Dark Eldar gets you. You're going to wish you were dead.
Yeah.
They will take you back to their homeworld, where you'll be hooked up to all kinds of drugs and machines to enhance your pain, to make sure that you constantly are in pain, and you feel nothing but pain all the time. They are going to do horrible things to you and your family. Things that I cannot state on Twitch without getting banned.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it to you repeatedly. And then once they're done with you, they're bored with you, they are going to craft your flesh and bone while you're still alive and keep you alive into an object, a trophy. Whether it's a hat, a couch, a lamp, something. And you are going to sit there as that object in pain for eternity.
Yeah.
It is horrifying.
Yeah.
Like these guys don't mess around.
Yeah, whereas the Craft World Eldar, as the most common variety of high Eldar are called, they'll probably just kill you and, make it quick.
Yeah, they refer to humans as, by the way, monkai.
Yes.
Because you can't call people monkeys.
Yes, they basically view humanity as essentially monkeys.
Monkeys. Congratulations, you're all monkeys. So there's that. Hi, where's? Does he not want you?
No, he's mad at me.
Oh, come on, dog. I'm mech warring with one hand and dogging the other. Oh, I heard that. You okay?
Yeah,
You took your glasses off.
I'm cleaning them.
Oh, okay. Alright. Stay over there, bud. So down. He's just constantly wanting my attention. Craft World Eldar are pretty decent. They're very fast, they hit very hard, but they have the toughness of tissue paper.
Yeah, they tend to be a little glass cannony. They are, essentially immortal elven warriors, but And they're all psychically sensitive, which is good and bad because it makes them more appetizing for Slanesh.
Oh yeah.
But,
yeah, they're fun. If you want to play an army that basically hits hard, hits fast, and you just want to get in there, get out, and do your damage, Eldar are your choice.
Yeah, they hit and fade. That's their key strategy.
With that being said, let's talk about the next group, though, that really, really, really likes to fight.
Orcs?
And I was going to say, I think you know which one I'm talking about. Orcs.
Orcs is the toughest. They's brutal but cunning.
Yeah, they
brutal.
Yeah.
So orcs are probably the one remaining truly funsy faction because they are still silly. They still kind of feel like the satire they're supposed to be.
Orcs have this ability that if enough of them believe in something, it becomes real.
Yeah.
So, for example, orcs have a color scheme mindset. Thank you, Little John, for the Smurf check-in. I appreciate it.
Yes, orcs believe that red ones go faster.
Yeah. Smurfing and lurking, my dude, watching some Netflix with you up. All right, I appreciate the work. Thank you. Yeah, if you are if you just want to be silly and craziness, orcs are your army. And I will admit this: I have never run into a salty orc player.
Yeah, I all the orc players I know tend to be very fun. They have thematic armies. I know that is it Bishop that is also your friend?
Yeah, Bishop's my friend too. He's in my D&D game.
Yeah, he's got a fantastic orc army that he's themed as like fast food delivery guys, and it's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
Boss Ham Jam and his grinders.
Yeah, correct.
And yeah, I love that. And then there's a local guy, Jerry, who is also just a hell of a guy, and you can always count on him to be, shouting for the wah in character.
Oh yeah, and like Gamera said earlier, red, like for example for orcs, makes them go faster.
Yep.
Blue is lucky, white is deadly, green is bestest.
Purple is sneaky.
Oh, purple is sneaky, yeah.
Yeah, the orcs are absolutely fun. They are the one Xenos faction that I actually have models for. I haven't gotten them painted and put together yet, but they are going to be my one Xeno army.
Because they're just so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm seriously debating having orcs as my third army I'm going to learn. Like, really well.
Yeah.
I have my first, which we'll discuss in a bit. My second is Imperial Guard. And then third is a tie between Necrons and Orcs.
Ah, yes. The Necrons.
Yeah, like, we're so angry and emo all the time. So, let's have at it. But orcs are just silly. They're fun. And they also, in the game, rely heavily on RNG.
That's a little less true these days. They have kind of softened that a bit, but it's still to some degree true.
Right.
And they usually are a horde type army. Orc boys just want to get stuck in with, by the dozens. So you'll usually have, if you're running an orc army, a lot of boys on the table.
Yeah, a lot. Oh my god. And it is craziness, some of the things you can do. But we mentioned Necrons.
Yes.
Necrons. The best way to describe them is they're emo, but the angry emo.
Well, yeah, that's fair, especially for the ones that still have their personalities.
Yeah.
Because the rank and file, they're not much of anything anymore.
Yeah, they're just robots.
Just the last little vestige of a personality in there. But yeah, basically the Necrons were a race in the galaxy. In the early days, they were fighting a war against a faction, and they decided the way to win that war would be to upgrade themselves. And the process basically destroyed the personalities of most of them, except the strongest willed. So they still have leaders who have personalities, but most generic Necrons, not so much. And once the war kind of cooled down, they said, you know what, these guys, they might need us to kick their asses again. So they decided to just wait.
Yeah, they went to sleep.
They went to sleep on what would come to be called Tomb Worlds. And they just essentially bury themselves and sleep for millions of years, and then humans or another race comes fucking around, accidentally wakes them up, and yeah, they're sort of a cross between the Borg and like robotic space zombies.
And they have a cool tactic where if you don't kill their entire unit, they can get back up.
Yes, they have the reanimation protocols. So, you know, that's emphasizing that whole zombie-like thing. If you don't get the headshot, they're getting back up.
Oh yeah, it's just like, dang. I'll go with that one.
They tend to be more along the lines of Space Marines in terms of how elite they are. Your average Necron warrior is not as elite as a Space Marine, but they do have a lot of specialized unit types that are.
Which helps.
Yeah.
That's Necrons, though. They have a very Egyptian feel to them.
They do, yeah. That's very fair. Their leader, Zarek, the Silent King, has a very Egyptian feel to him. They have dynasties, the different subunits of the Necrons.
Oh, excuse me. I choke on my lungs. So that is definitely Necrons. Who else have we not covered? Let's see. We covered Necrons. Tyranids. Okay, for all of you who are StarCraft fans, this is going to sound familiar to you, okay? One, if you look at the Terrans, they're the Imperium. They're very much modeled off the Imperium. If you look at the Protoss, they're the Eldar.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? The Zerg are the Tyranids. Someone actually did do an analysis what happened if like the Zerg were to fight the Tyranids. And yeah, you probably have a great idea how that went.
I would assume that the Tyranids just ate the Zerg alive.
Yeah, pretty much. There were no Tyranids left.
Or no Zerg left.
No Zerg left, yeah. There were no Zerg left. They were nom 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 tasty. So there's that. And it was wild. Zerg are big bug races. They tend to eat anything alive and go, okay, let's add it to our biomass.
Yeah, they sort of assimilate things like the Borg, but they do it in a biological way.
Which is kind of a neat way to do it.
Yeah. They absorb genetic material through eating. They absorb biomass. They convert. They adapt. They can evolve very rapidly.
Oh, yeah. And it could be very nasty.
And they have a hive mind.
They do have a hive mind. There is one downside with them, though. They don't have faster than light travel.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah. They can like psychically hurl themselves into the warp, but it's not yeah, it's not guided quite as efficiently as like some of the technological races.
Yeah. So they tend to take a while to get from place to place, but they will get there eventually.
Yes.
So you gotta keep that in mind when they show up. Inquisition's here.
Oh. He's going to enjoy our topic.
Yeah, he's gonna really enjoy the topic today. It is Warhammer 40k, buddy.
Blood for the Blood God.
Yep, blood for the Blood God. So there is that. I think I'm gonna go with money more than salvage right now because I need credits badly because I want to upgrade my mechs. It was just like yeah. Oh yeah. Tyranids though can be frightening. They can also cut off psychic powers.
Yes, the sheer volume of the hive mind's psychic presence can interfere with psychic abilities from other races, because essentially they're not all individually powerful psychics, but there's just so many of them in the area. They call it the shadow in the warp.
Yep. And then I think we've covered all but one faction now.
I mean, there's some minor ones, but I guess we can get on to your fish boys.
My communist fish people.
Yes.
The Tau. Alright. So, Tau do have a downside. Alright? Tau cannot do psychic powers.
Correct.
They don't have it.
They as a species, they have a very shallow presence in the warp.
Alright, which is essentially the immaterial where all emotions and thoughts and shit go.
Yes, which is also how most faster-than-light travel works.
Yep, you warp through hell.
Yeah. Better make sure your shields are up.
Or you're getting murder-boned by demons.
Or you're orcs and you actually want that.
Yeah, you're like, yes, more demons! There's actually a planet where there are orcs and demons, and this planet jumps in and out of the warp, that are in a consistent fight forever.
Yeah, that sounds like orc heaven.
Yeah. And the demons that are on that planet are all corn demons.
So they enjoy it as well.
Yeah. It's just like perfect world for both of them. But it's also proof that corn can never fully die. Because as long as that planet exists, corn's getting fed.
Well, and it's not all about getting fed. You know, as long as there is war somewhere, there is, you know, that kind of energy that led him to become embodied.
That's true. Yep. And that helps a lot. But to the Tau. So the Tau believe in a belief system called the greater good. Which is basically everybody work together, work your roles, you know, get things accomplished.
Yeah. And make sure to obey your local ethereal.
Yeah. They have a leadership caste called the Ethereals, which basically runs everything. Then below them is the 4 elemental castes.
Yes.
Fire, water, air, earth.
Each has a different role and specialty in their combat.
Yeah. The problem with the caste system is if you're born into a particular caste, you are forever, you and your family, in that caste.
Yep.
So it can be problematic, especially if you get like a Earth caste member who's really good at fighting.
Yeah.
They're still...
I was going to say Earthcast is all about developing and maintaining the technology.
Yep. No, there has been ways that they've gotten around it. Like, for example, there's a heroic Riptide suit that is an Earthcast member.
Yep.
So you can sort of get out of it, but it's really difficult.
Damien, no.
Damien, go elsewhere, please, buddy. I love you, but you're picking the worst time, dude. Hey, Kev, how's it going? So there is that. Aircasts are the pilots. They fly around, taking care of transportation or fighters in their spaceships. So there is that. I'm literally walking through the building. Edmund, man. Hey, Ruby, good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. Hopefully you're doing well too, my friend. Watercast are the diplomats. They're the ones who talk to everybody, convince them that the greater good is the proper way.
Yes, the Tau are noted for being one of the few factions that actually tries to recruit people from other factions to join them.
Oh, yeah. And they do it all the time, because they want to convince everybody to join the greater good.
Yes.
Now, mind you, this is not always the best thing in the world.
No. Because the greater good really has some particular ideas about how other races should be treated.
And it's not great.
No.
So there is room for improvement.
Yeah, do not think for a second that the Tau are the good guys. It's strongly implied that their obedience to the Ethereals is due to some kind of pheromonal manipulation. They have no caste mobility, as Ruby was talking about, and yeah, they won't kill you if you join them, but they're not going to make you a first-class citizen. If you're a human, they might even forcibly sterilize you, and you know, let you live in relative comfort, serving the greater good.
AP, thank you for the subscription. You've been subscribed for 10 months. You're a month old now. Woohoo! Last month AP was born. Now she's a month old. Oh my god, it's been a wild ride. Oh, thank you, Insane Warrior, for the check-in. How you doing, buddy? Okay. Oh, inside minimum range. But I will say that Tau have some of the best living conditions in 40K.
Yes. Yeah, if you're a human and you surrender to the Tau, you'll probably get plenty to eat. It'll be, you know, nice and clean. Just like I said, you'll probably be forcibly sterilized, and you'll be expected to work. So it is, you know, trade-offs.
Hey, Mr. Devious, thank you for the check-in. I appreciate it. And the Smurf love. I appreciate that too. Hi. Can you stop chewing on my chair? Thank you. I think he needs to go outside, hon. That might be what he's barking about. The puppy's acting up today.
He's mad because he wants a squeaker, and I'm not giving him a squeaker.
Now, I like the Tau because the Tau heavily focus on the shooting phase.
Yes, they are. They're basically mech pilots. They have heavy mech suits. They also have conventional soldiers armed with plasma or rail weaponry. Very potent, very shooty, but get them in melee and they fold like a cheap card game.
Edmundman, this game looks incredible. Yeah, this is MechWarrior 5. It's a fun as hell game. Edmundman. Okay, I only have 3, so I guess I'll go with you and you. Because I was going for money. Because I need some money. Badly. Oh, okay. What was I saying? Yeah, so, like you said, they use mechs. Basically, they have giant robots that do their shooting with them.
Yeah, if you like Gundams, the Tau might be the faction for you.
Yep, and you don't want to use the psychic phase.
Yes, that is correct. The Tau have no psychic ability whatsoever. One of the few factions that don't, along with the Necrons.
Yeah. Now, the upside of the Tau also is they're really good at working with each other. Like, the Tau have a lot of synergy between their units. But they don't play nice with other factions as well. Now, I will say that there are some factions they could do okay with. Like, if you're doing, like, say, Space Wolves or a heavy melee faction, Tau do fairly well as a teammate. Because you can shoot, and your allies can basically pound them. So, there is that. And that's most of the factions. Now, the reason why we're talking about 40K this week is next week, the discussion is going to be incorporating... Thanks for the yeet, Monkey Man. We're going to be yeeting some missiles here in a second. Next week, we're going to be talking about involving games together in a way to where you can mix them in a way that won't break the game. So I'll be giving, like, good examples of doing that and bad examples of doing that. Because I've had some bad experiences with people who have mixed games. And I've also had good experiences where people have mixed games together and it worked out nicely.
Yeah.
So, there is that. What else is there 40K wise that we can discuss that kind of gives them an idea of what else is going on with 40K? The tabletop game is fun. Can I see you in third person? I love to see your mech. Edmund, man, I'm going to warn you, my mech is colored by my 7 and 4-year-old kids. So that's why my mech is this color. My kids painted all of my mechs. Hence why they are super bright, super colorful. They're all that.
Nothing wrong with color.
Damien! There we go. So yeah. So like the mech I'm using is bright pink, my Stalker's pink, my Marauder's black, and that Zeus is green. I don't know why, but it is. That's the colors they picked.
They change like every 2 days.
Every week they change. Magenta, yes. My kids do that. Hey, Kev, what's up? Lurking, buddy. That's fine. The magenta mech. Yeah.
Mighty magenta mech.
We have small children.
Yeah, Mighty Magenta Mech. Now, every time I try to repaint these to something that's, like, in the realm of reasonable, the kids have immediately gotten upset and decided to paint it back.
And worse. Except they pick patterns that are even worse.
Yeah, they change up the patterns. I don't have all the expansions for this game. I'm missing one. I have 2 out of the 3. Come here, you. Okay, what do we got here? Cicada. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I choke on my lungs. Alright. I will say with 40K, be careful sometimes because you will run into people who do have that realism issue where they think that Warhammer 40K, they're good factions and stuff.
I get really, really mad when you point out that they're not.
Now, I haven't had too many issues with that myself in this area, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is a lot of fun, man. It is a blast. My son loves watching me play it, hence why I've played it for so long. And that's... I'm riding around in a mech called the Cyclops. It's a big 90-ton mech. I just blew off both his arms, and his core is, like, red. How are you not dead? There it goes. Why is it every time I shoot a mech, its freaking core's going critical? Ay.
No.
Go ahead, man.
Not on the table.
I was
Good
going
game.
to say, if you're looking to get into the tabletop game, it can be an expensive hobby. What I always recommend to people is look for a local game club to see if they've got armies that you might be able to borrow. A lot of places will have, like, loaner armies.
That's true. Another thing you can do is there are programs out there you can play the game on.
Yes, like Tabletop Simulator.
Damien,
Yeah,
do
Tabletop
it.
Simulator is honestly what I heavily recommend. But if you don't have the 10 to 20 bucks for Tabletop Simulator, there is a free program called Vassal.
Ah, yes, Vassal. That takes me back.
Yep. The problem with Vassal, it's two-dimensional. So if you're dealing with any terrain that has height, you're going to have some issues.
Yep.
Unlike with Tabletop Simulator. But Vassal is at least free. There are also programs you can get that can help you build your army.
Damien,
Like, what's the name of it? Battle Scribe.
Damien,
Yes, Battle Scribe is a fantastic resource.
leave it.
Yeah. They'll help you build armies really easily. It helps you keep track of the points, everything like that.
Damien, either back off or you're going in your camera.
So that is also helpful.
Want to go in your house?
The biggest issue with
Stop.
Tabletop Simulator or, say, Vassal or any online thing is you are not going to... What's the word I'm looking for? Not going to get the crafting and painting aspect of the game.
Yes, and honestly, that's my favorite part. I like building and painting the models.
Yeah. And the models, that is a fun part of it. Like, you get to relax. It's kind of entertaining.
Oh, yes.
So there is that. Though there are video games for Warhammer 40k as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of them are good, some are okay, and some are garbage.
That's true of most franchises.
Yeah, but GW does it in a way that works really well.
Yeah.
And that is, when you buy the ability to make a Warhammer 40k game, they sell you only a part. And depending on how skilled they think you are, depends on what kind of a part you get, or, as Anne was about to say,
If your game does really well,
yeah,
you get a bigger chunk.
yeah, if your game does well, you get a bigger chunk. If your game does poorly, you get a smaller chunk. So there is that. How do I want to put this? There are some interesting things you can do with some of the video games. The big ones that I highly recommend for people, it depends on the type of game you're into. If you're into shooter games, the game Space Marine is really well done. I'm not sure if you've played that at all, Gamera.
I have not.
It's like a third-person shooter.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen,
Damien?
screenshots and things.
I gotta hydrate. Hey, Sergeant Skinbag.
You're gonna have to scrub that again.
Oh, the muffin pan?
He just out of it.
Yeah, he just licked the crap out of it. Great. Hey, Sergeant Skinbag, yo! Okay, is there any catapults in this start system? That's a good question. Cataphracts, Wolverines, Griffins, Quick Draws, Trebuchets. I don't think there's any catapults. I'm looking... Because that's the mech I need. Even though I have two of them and I can turn them in, one of the two catapults in this system is on my team that I use. It's my backup missile mech.
I see.
So I want to keep it. Oh god, where are those? It says go to refugee hideout. Oh, I gotta go to refugee hideout. That might help. Where's refugee hideout? Conflict zone. Where is it?
Damien, get down.
How can I tell if it's refugee hideout? It's gotta be some...
You're asking the wrong guy.
I know, I'm just trying to figure it out, because it's like... It says go to refugee hideout and collect 1 encrypted mission. Okay, so where is that? It's got to be one of these conflict zones. Duchy of Siang. It just says conflict zone. Durian. Merrick Layout border. Refinery systems. Shipping route. Borderlands. Frontline. Leroy Jenkins. Where is refugee hideout? It's Inferno's Wake. Mercenary Row. Around here somewhere is refugee hideout. Leon border. Free Worlds, Commonwealth, Vacant Worlds, Interior, shit. Free World, Duchy. Okay, where are you? You gotta exist somewhere. I love how it's like, it's not telling me where this refugee hideout is.
Well, if they told you where it was, it wouldn't be much of a hideout.
Yeah, it's true, but it's... I know it exists, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because it's somewhere on the map. Refuge. Let me look it up. Refugee hideout is 6. I just had what the? I did Davian refugee hideout. It's in Zhao territory. Okay, so it's in the green territory.
Grab him.
Yep. Oh, we had to catch the puppy, so give me a sec. Got the puppy.
Got him. Thank you. He's gonna start whining like crazy, by the way.
Not shocked.
Oh, come on.
That's commonality.
We are done.
It's gotta be down here. Backwater region. It said it was in green, so where is it?
I get to stay out and play.
Nani?
I'll get you more water. And I'm gonna cover you.
Backwater region, Duchy of Anduin, Siancom. It's regional's governor, terra firma. I really wish there was a better map than this, because that would help. Oh, that's not helpful at all. God damn it. Refugee hideout. Urgh. It says it's in green. So I don't understand. There's refugee hideout in the R1 is called Occupied Merrick Territory. Okay, where's Occupied Merrick Territory? I think this is St. Ives Compact, House Liao, Merrick. Okay, so it's Occupied Merrick Territory. The border, Duchy, Free Worlds Interior. I know you exist, because you have to exist. There's Occupied. Oh, that's high up there. Reputation 1314. Oh, man, that's... Oh, there's Refugee Hideout. Found it. Alright, let's go to Nanking. A little bit of money, but I need to complete these secondary missions, or else they'll sit in my inventory forever. Oh, man.
When I get overburdened with side quests.
Yeah, well, you can only carry 6. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, there it is. Here comes the cavalry. Oh, Liao does not like me much. Wait, before I accept, let me check something here. I doubt there's going to be any of the mechs I need. Catapult, catapult, catapult. I know what the image looks like, so I can scroll a little faster. It's basically a leg with 2 big-ass boxes on the side. Alright, so... Yep, no catapult. So let's do money. Alright. Confirm. Oh, Christ. But yeah, the armies I like, Tau is my first choice, Imperial Guard's my second, and then Necron/Orcs are becoming my third. The Orcs are starting to win out over the Necrons. Like, how about you, man?
I mean, like I said before, my favorite Xenos faction is the Orcs. I play a couple of different Imperial factions, but yeah, if I'm playing Xenos, it's going to be Orcs.
Yeah. Oh man, man, it's foggy as shit. Oh man. I'm about to break down a wall. Okay. It's saying that there's acquisitions in this area. And my guys are just like screw walls. I'll just run over them.
Hot acquisitions in your area.
Yeah, one of my pilots is a psycho. She's like a little too happy to kill everything. Oh, posture check. Thank you for taking care of my posture, Insane Lawyer. I appreciate that. The other thing I wanted to mention is we're in the process right now of working on our next Stellaris season. I mentioned yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to put a link in chat. And it's for everybody to vote. What kind of chair do you have? It's called a respawn chair.
Yeah, it's a piece of crap.
It's not great.
I'm going to give it a replacement.
I have 1k points. I have 1k points I need to spend when you do. Yes, when we do the next season. Need to name something. That's fine. There is the form right there. There are 6 factions in there that we are looking to possibly play in our next season of Stellaris, which is called Stellaris Eterna. And you guys get to pick which faction I play. Now, the pictures won't give you that much information, so you're going to have to kind of go off of their name and their general look to give you an idea of what they're like. But I can tell you that there are 3 human factions and 3 Xeno factions. The human factions are the Terran Supremacy, the Advent of Sol, and the United Earth Directorate. Terran Supremacy is a dictatorship, Advent of Sol is religious, and the United Earth Directorate is diplomatic. Alright? Then you have the 3 Xeno factions, which are the Draconian Imperium, who are militarist, the Deccan Hive, a hive mind, and the Sacrosanct Hegemony, which is a heavily Egyptian-themed empire. And you guys will get to pick which one I go for. And then as I play through the game, some of the major decisions I'll leave up to the viewers as well. There will be several major decisions they get to make. Insane Lawyer's like, okay, I submitted my choice. Okay, that's cool. We got a 3rd vote now. Yay! Oh, we got 5. Shit.
Nice.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we got 5. Alright. So AP's like, voted! Now, AP, I know you voted, but you may want to change your vote depending on what I'm about to say. I have people who are helping me with every faction. Alright? The heavy Egyptian-themed faction is being assisted storyline-wise, because I'm going to make a story video after every stream throughout the week. The Egyptian-themed one, storyline-wise, I'm getting Melissa in Denial to assist me. I'm going to be picking her brain frequently. And she's a professional Egyptologist. So she's at least agreed to help me answer my questions and make sure that I don't screw up the facts about Egypt too badly. Yep.
Walrus! Walrus donated $40 to save the children. We did it. I need to...
Yeah, that's Melissa. She's great. If you ever get a chance, check out her channel. She'll teach you so much stuff about ancient Egypt. It blows your mind. For the Hive, I'm going to be querying my wife back here, who is a biologist. So I'll have the biology faction to it. I'm currently in the hunt for someone who understands worldwide tribal cultures better, so that way I can get the Draconian Imperium balanced, because they're a tribal society, like in general. So I want to kind of base it off of various tribal cultures throughout the world and take some elements from each section of the world and see what works best. The Advent of Soul, I'm going to be querying and asking someone I know who is a religious studies person. So they're going to be helping me out with that. My Terran Supremacy, I'm going to be querying a military person I know. And so they're going to be helping me out with some of the information from that. And then the last one is the United Earth Directorate, which I'm going to have to find someone who is a poli-sci person who understands politics better than me. Did you choose the Advent of Soul? Then yes, you chose the crazy religious faction. I believe you can change your vote if you want to. I didn't make the vote set. But there's nothing wrong with the crazy religious faction. Like, none of the factions are going to be particularly super crazy. My major was political science. If you want to volunteer Insane Lawyer to help with one of the factions and be if that faction gets selected, and so I can pick your brain.
I was not given the option. I was voluntold.
Yeah, you were voluntold. I love you. Anne's a little upset. I love you. Do you know another biologist that I can pick their brain consistently? Wife calling you out. Oh yes, she'll do that frequently. It's one of the reasons why I married her.
Just let him whine. I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay. Alright. I don't want to stick around as much as possible because I just want to get my money and leave. That's important.
Take the money and run.
Yeah, take the money and run. Dropped in on Melissa, bro, and dropped her a follow. Thank you, Devious. What kind of biologist is she, if you can say? She's a general biologist. She right now works in medical research. But she specialized in mainly horticulture. So she was exceptionally good with plants. So there is that. The military people I know, I have 2 Army people I know. I'm former Air Force. So between the 3 of us, I think we're going to be doing all right. There we go. Yep. There we go. We completed Treasure Hunter. Mech Collector. What is it? Kintaro. Mech Hunter's Trebuchet Mechs. I'm gonna go with Mech Hunter. It's kill 5 Trebuchet Mechs.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah. Whenever you complete any of those side missions, you unlock all these secondary abilities you can slot into your mech.
Neat.
And there's only 10 levels in each, so that's what I'm trying to max out at some point.
Sure.
They also give you some extra money on the side, which is helpful. And some weird equipment occasionally. I'm keeping my eye open for something I need, which is not there. Alright. Next, so we completed that. Now we need to get to star map. And that's occupied Merrick territory. That was the refugee. Is it occupied Merrick territory? I think it was. Yeah, occupied Merrick territory. Cool. So it's nearby. Let's go. I love ducks. Birds too. Okay. I'm not sure that came out quite right. I'm gonna see if I can't copy and paste that in another way, so I can see it.
Looks okay to me.
Yeah.
The chat that's playing over the screen looks off because it puts his name in front of the first line instead of putting all 4 lines after his name as it does on the side scroll.
Maybe if I look here. Yeah, I see it now. Love ducks. There it is. If I look on Twitch, it's accurate, but on my OBS, it's also messed up.
Yep.
Alright. Oh, this is difficulty 96. Ooh. 400-ton limit? Oof. Oh, this could fuck me. I may want to save before I do this. Alright. Yeah, these are the mechs. That is mostly the normal looking one. Then we have the green monstrosity. I should almost name it the Hulk. Then the pink monstrosity and the magenta monstrosity. Yeah, ugh. Alright. Refugee or rubble. 400-ton limit. Oof. Okay. Which makes me wonder, is this sector got what I... It has atlases. And king crabs. Oh.
I take it that's good.
The higher the ton the mech is, usually the more powerful it is, but it's also slower.
Right.
Atlases and king crabs are the highest weight mechs in the game. Yeah, atlases are more defensive. King crabs are more offensive.
I see.
Oof. There's an awesome. I would love to get an awesome under my belt. There are catapults here. Good. Oh my god, there's so many heavy as hell mechs here. I'm in for a fight.
Where's the breathing coming from? Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
I have some kind of monster lurking nearby that I can't zero in on.
Alright, well, here we go. So let's go for this. That's 18. It's not a lot, but we can try. Alright. So I have some of my heaviest mechs in here. Can I put a slightly heavier one in here? There's a Zeus. He won't have PPCs. And I want one person at least to have PPCs, but... Yeah, this is my main team. It's at 330 out of... Oh, this could be bad. We're going to give this a try. Oh, alright. Wish me luck. This is going to be bad.
Good luck.
I am 70 tons under max. Which means I could be severely overgunned.
Have fun storming the castle.
Yeah. Oh, thank God we have some assistant mechs, even though they're really messed up. Oh, here we go. Go after the biggest guy. Now, the cool thing about this game is it is cooperative. Like, every mech that's in my lance can be piloted by a human. So... And the puppy is screaming.
Yeah, he's just at that age where he just constantly wants his attention from his humans.
Yep. Alright, all I gotta do is kill 26 guys and survive. That's all I have to do.
Seems easily enough.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God damn it. AP just fireballed the tavern. We don't need everything on fire yet. That comes later. Okay, one down. And Squishy's trying to scare the shit out of me. Guys, come on, man. Aren't I stressed enough as is?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Oh, gods. Oh. That's an Atlas. Alright. Kill him. Kill him quickly. Or else we're gonna suffer. Oh man, this is gonna be rough. Because we are raining missiles on his ass. Come on. Die. Yes! Focus fire on him. There we go. Boom. Okay, come on. Hit him. Yes. Get him. Got him. Alright, so we got a couple of vehicles left. This is going well. We're doing okay. Thanks, Reyna. Oh, Christ, they're over there. I need to get on the other side of the vehicles, the buildings. Come on. Oh, goddamn, another building. Oh my God, they're so... They have a catapult. Cool. I need that.
So what's a catapult in this context? Is it a type of mech?
It is a type of mech that specializes in long-range combat, particularly with missiles. Most variants have missiles.
I see, I see.
There are a couple variants that have like big honking cannons, but it's not an up-close mech. They tend to sit back, they hang out, and oh, come on. I can kill you. Just let me... He's flaming me. So I can't see shit because he keeps using those damn flamers on my face. There we go.
Yikes.
Alright, so we got that one down. Alright. That's a hunchback. Catapult's back there. Oh, this is rough. Hunchback has this, like, giant pod on its shoulder. Kind of makes it look like Quasimodo.
Hence the name. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The pod can have missiles. The pod could have big-ass cannons. It's kind of up in the air. Alright, I need your... Oh, man. I just lost the laser. Come on. I'm gonna get right in your face and punch you a lot. No shit. Uh-huh. Come on. Alright, there we go. That's taken care of. That's an Orion. Oh boy. Oh no, I lost an LRM. That's what I lost, was missiles. Alright. Oh man, we are getting overwhelmed. I just gotta kill 6 more guys. Come on. As long as the building doesn't die, that's the kind of the big thing.
Is that the mission failure condition?
Yep. That target health up top is what I gotta keep high.
58%. Not terrible.
Yeah, it's going down though slowly.
Oh boy.
I do not want to be in melee with you.
But he wants to give you a hug.
I don't want to give him a hug. Oh, I lost an M laser. Yeah, I'm working on it. Okay, another one down. Yeah, Wolverine. Okay, come on. Alright, come on. This is wild. Thank you for the work, Beast Within. I appreciate it. Oh, God, this is going to be wild. Oh, I got his core, and now he pays attention to me. Come on. Got him. Another one destroyed. That leaves 2 guys left. A Phoenix and a Rifleman. I can deal with these 2. As long as I kill them before the building goes up. Don't run into me. I'm trying, but they're in your area, buddy. I missed my punch. He jumped over me. Alright, come on. One left. Okay, we got this. We can do this. How's my... He's a little damaged, but not terribly. Ow. I don't want to lose an arm. I already lost an M laser and an LRM. God damn it. Come on, just die. You're the last holdout. Oh, hallelujah. I didn't keep it above 40%, but I at least kept it above 20.
Excellent.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Oh, please be the catapult and let me be able to afford it. That is the big thing. I need both. Are you in here? It is not. I didn't get the catapult.
Damn. Can you, replay the mission by again?
I could, but I really don't want to take the risk.
Okay.
Because that was really, like, nail-biting. And the dog is losing his mind.
Yeah.
Alright. So, there's that. I have mechs to repair. Oh my god. Alright, so those guys didn't lose anything. He did. Alright. Oh, wait, I have replacements. Thank you, gods. Black Mamba wanted the price is lower than competitor. What is he going on about? Somebody in my chat basically just, I don't know, did some sort of weird promotion. I don't know. I'd say one of the mods kill it. Because I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I was going to say that's just a spammer, and AP beat me to it.
Yeah, AP, good job, thank you. Alright, so we got that. Let's see if we got some better M lasers. We have a medium pulse laser, which is an extra ton, which I don't want to put on quite yet. That's a 2. Another M laser over here. That's a 2. SRM4. I don't think I have better for damage on SRM4s, but oh no, wait, yeah, I do. An improvement on the SRM4. Alright. So 66. Let's cancel the Striker, the Matador. I don't want to cancel the CP because I want to check them. Hit repair all and see if I can't get better weapons. LRM-10 is pretty well good. I think I'm not going to get a better LRM-10. Nope. The M lasers are good. Do we have a better large laser? That's a good question. We have an ER large laser. That's not terrible. But I have 2 standard large lasers, which I'd like to put on those. That covers that. Because he's not supposed to get up close. And the same with this one. This one's not to get up close either. AC5. We have a good AC5. Let's see. We have an auto cannon. Oh, we have an AC5 burst fire. Ooh. How much ammo do I have? 80? No, but I do have an improvement to the AC5, so that's good.
Okay, I think I've got enough redstone now.
Cool. PPC improvement. Hell yes. That's a 2-slot one. Okay, that's good. And I know the M laser has a 2-slotter, so that will improve that. I'm basically improving the weapons without increasing the weight, because that's my goal. Because the higher tier you get, you get a little bit more extra damage.
Sure.
It's not much, but it adds up. LRM Streak 3. Oh, hell yeah, that'll help. Large laser. You just have a large laser, and this is the Zeus, so I'll give you the ER large laser. That's max tier. And you will definitely wreck face with that. And that covers that. Alright. So we got that covered. Huzzah. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Everything is good.
Alright, alright, alright.
Oh, yeah. Let me go to Twitch. Because it's 9 o'clock, so it's roughly about that time. So we're going to raid someone. If someone has a suggestion on who we should raid, by all means, I'll at least listen to it. Because you never know who's on. It's always nice to meet new people. Melissa is on currently. She's doing she's doing Assassin's Creed.
I did see a notification for her stream.
There is Wiserial. He's doing Fortnite. Delta Lemon's doing Outer Wilds. Mel is on. You said it first. Should we raid Mel? Yeah, we should raid Mel. Because we could tell her, it's like, hey, we mentioned you, got you hopefully some new followers, and can't wait hopefully to work with you at some point to do Stellaris Eterna. Because that'll be fun. Alright.
Indeed.
So, if you are one of my followers, one of my many followers, please use the following raid message when we raid Mel. If you are one of my 6 subscribers, which we could always use more, please use my following raid message for subscribers, where you get to use Beth the Food Goblin to say hi to people. Other than that dragon that kind of looks like a praying mantis. So, next stream we have is Multiplayer Monday, where we'll be playing Stardew Valley. And then next week for Tabletop Tuesday, we'll be discussing combining game systems in a well thought out manner. Because you can do it, but it's not always great.
Yes.
Which I'll probably be playing more MechWarrior 5 in the background. That seems to be something people enjoy watching. So
yeah, seems like a neat game.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. It's definitely entertaining. So it'll definitely be fun as soon as I get that thing set up. So remember, it is always time for tea in the tavern. Make sure make sure you're taking care of yourselves mentally and physically. That's always important. You're always cared for. Love your mods, even though sometimes it feels like they do not love you. Bastard.
Yeah, well.
Someone actually asked me one time, it's like, you call your friends like bastard and asshole and stuff. It's like, it's a guy thing.
Yeah,
let me see if I can't spell this name to save my life.
I especially like to work it in right at the end.
Oh, yeah. You love the torture. So I hope to see you all Monday. Some of you who are also streamers, by all means, click on my Discord and check it out. That's where we update a lot of things. And you could post your own streams in the streaming section. So it's a good way to advertise it. Trolling Ruby is in my mod contract. Of course it is. So either way, I will see you hopefully all Monday. All right? So, toodles.
Toodles.